It is here. The world shall know pain. If you guys see the wallpaper, you guys know, and based on the title, you guys know what today's video is all about. You guys have been asking me to do this all over, not all over again, but a second or third part. And I said, yeah, my does. And so, let me do it. So, from what I recall, in the last video, I said I did how Goku was transported there, was turned into a baby and transported there into Issei mother's womb. And now we're gonna change it up. So God and Zeno are still brothers. Zeno being the older brother, as always. And this is where God will show up to Zeno's palace, and this is where the Grand Priest will say, "Oh, what a lovely surprise! You're here." He would say, "God." I don't know what I should name his name would be, but yeah, he would say, "You're here. Do we have anything?" This is where he says, "Hello, Grand Priest. May I please talk to my older brother?" He would say. The Grand Priest would say, "Yes." This is where he would see that there's two of the brothers. This is where he would be like, "Huh? Why are there two of them?" A warrior named Goku, and they explain everything. This is where God would explain the situation to Zeno. Let's say Zeno kind of matured a little bit, so he understand what's going on, and him not being a baby like that. He would say, "Okay, little brother, how about I send Goku in?" He says, "How about Goku be a little boy, a little baby, and I put him somewhere, or you do that, but he'll have all his powers. I can't remove that," he would say. This is where God will say, "Of course, go on. But I think he had to start from scratch." Okay. And this is where he would say, "I'll throw in my few perks." Just to let you know, not if you guys love High School DxD, I'm not like saying that it's bad, but in this type of thing, the High School DxD universe is going to be weaker than Dragon Ball, exponentially weaker. So I'm sorry if you guys like the anime or anything. Well, let me continue, because we need to make Goku OP, overpowered. And before I start this, I would like to say that Akano is my waifu, and I had to give her up for Goku in this. Just gonna continue. I'm gonna cry in most of these because I'm giving up Akano to Goku, but I'm gonna continue. So, Goku will have these markings because of, God gave him some powers. His powers, I believe. And we're just gonna skip all the way to the years of the high school. This is where one day in PE, everybody's in their gym-like uniforms. This is where Goku's going up against the school bully. Though he's doing a 2-on-1, because the principal the gym teacher didn't really like Goku because he kept showing up him. Because Goku started to lift way more than him. Sorry for yawning. He can lift more than him, and he shows a lot of potential that's greater than him. So he says 2-on-1, saying that it's for a experiment. He would say, this is where the two bullies would be like, Ha, you got paired up with the wrong kids. Issei would be like, Big brother Goku, whoop their asses, he would say. This is where Goku would look back, and this is where he would put his thumbs up. All the girls sort of like blushing or something. And this is where, the fat one. I'm not body shaming, but in this, he's gonna be fat. I don't think that people that are fat are bad. It's just that in this one, I'm gonna say that his strength is good, but his lack of speed his strength comes from all the weight that he has and all that. So this is where he would start running in a slow pace. First, he would swing a right hook, Goku ducking underneath it, giving him a few jabs to the stomach, him going back, it hurting him exponentially. You're like, I'm not done. This is where he would put his fist in a locked up position and bring it down. And like, if you guys play Xenoverse or Exoverse 2, you guys would know what I'm talking about. They would lock their hands and bang it against someone's back. But in this, he would try to bang it against Goku's head. Goku would catch this, holding it up. This is where the fast and has a lot of strength, but his strength doesn't have a lot in it. So where he would try to do a left jab kick, but Goku would use his right foot and disable it, like hitting all the pressure points in his leg. This is where Akino and Riaz would be watching. This is where the guy with his leg would be like non-usable. This is where he would try to hit him with a quick punch, even though his legs are down. One of his legs is disabled. This is where Goku, still having the let's call him Chad 1, Chad 2, he would turn around and grab the Chad by his belly, like go to his backside and do a quick body slam, throwing the Chad 1, the one that's has a a lot of weight to him, onto the ground. It's hitting him or hurting him. This is where he would be like, this is gonna be bad for me. This is where the other one tries to hit him with a quick, not quick, but tries to go and starts aiming his fist recklessly. This is where Goku, not even trying, when the guy would try to hit him in his chest, he would go into a V motion, breaking it off, then pushing the guy back, just like hitting some of his pressure points, knocking him out. This is where the PE teacher would be like, well, be shocked, and says, well, that will wrap it up, where everybody will start cheering. Let me just say something. Issei still has this pervy mentality, but he still has a lot of sense because of Goku. I know I didn't go into a lot of details on how Goku got there, but I'm trying to get you guys to the points that you guys want to hear, not some basic makeup story. Me stalling everything. This is where it's Issei's turn. And Issei says it's going up against two people too, because the coach doesn't really like Issei because that's Goku's brother, and Issei shows a lot of strength because of Goku. He's like, I wish these both were out of my class. And he pick on these newbies. And these two are not newbies, they're strong. So where it would be two girls. No, one girl, one boy. This is where he knows he can go all out on the boy, but not on the girl. He's gonna sugarcoat it. That's what he would say. This is where, when he's facing off at the girl, first the boy, he would quickly giving him a gut punch, then chopping him on the neck, dropping the guy. This is where Issei would turn himself into, you know how Baku goes about to throw his explosion into that way, but it hit the girl. This is the girl tripped, and this is where Issei accidentally grabs her boobs. This is where Issei will pat it 2 times and be like, oh shit. This is where she would fall out of embarrassment. This is where Issei would be embarrassed. This is where some of the guys would try to attack Issei. So Goku would be like, don't attack my brother. Going at some speeds that no one could see. Deflecting at all the guys' attacks. And one of them actually grabbed the bat and decided to hit it on Goku's head. Because he knows they have to knock out Goku. This is where the guy will break the bat on top, not the bat, the wooden katana on Goku's head. Goku would just look at him. Well, you see the face that is shown right there? Not that, but a little bit calmer. This is where they would be like, oh shit. And he would just be knocked out. Like I said, this is where Akeno says dips on him. Rias would be like, good, well, I'll get the Red Dragon Emperor. This is where she would be like, have fun with him. This is where the PE teacher will say, well, that was the end of the class anyway. I should tell the principal, but oh my god, I hate these kids. And this is the fateful day that Goku gets axed. Not Goku, Issei. And this is where Issei were to ask Goku if he were to be his bodyguard. Kind of like that type of thing. He'd be like, hey, Goku, stay on the low and be my bodyguard. In case anything happens. I'ma pause the video right here because no commotion's about to happen. So I know I just paused. I'm sorry, but there was a lot of commotion and I decided to watch some TikTok while I waited. So last time I left off was Issei saying, I know that you might not have time. Is where, yeah, so let me speak up a little bit louder. So you'd be like, well, Issei, I have somewhere to go. He says, okay, Goku, you don't have to stay. So he says, no, I'll go with you. Your safety is more important to me. So let's go. Oh yeah, Goku's memories was also wiped. Yeah. So this is where Goku would be stuck, like, on high alert for anything that would be around Issei or anything. He knows that Issei's day is late and everything. So this is where we skip when Issei gets the paper and all the way to when the date's over. So this is where the date is now over. So what a girl would say, would you die for me? And this is where Issei would be like, I didn't really hear you. Or in the same mood that he was like. So when she says, will you die for me? And all that, Issei says, no. This is where Goku sees that she just sprouted wings. And this is where Goku sees a metal pole. And this is where he grabs it and starts waving it. Not waving it, like doing like spinning it in a circle formation. This is where he walks up to Issei, spinning it. This is where she's like, oh, so you brought him along. This is where she's like, no matter, I'll just kill both of you. This is where Goku finds gets a power up, getting immense speed, running. This is where she throws a light spear. Goku dodges. This is where it hits the ground. This is where some wind debris flies into her wings, making her fly down, like her. I know that will not be enough to make her fall down, but it's plot. She would start falling down because she's not that high up. She would land. This is where Goku would take the metal pole, hit her in the face. This is where she would take a last-ditch effort, create a light spear, throw it through Goku's heart, tearing a major hole into his stomach. Then it going through, hitting Issei. And so where Goku, seeing that Issei's hurt, will start crawling to him. Says, Issei. Him gaining a little bit of power to stand. This is where him not going into any transformation, him putting up his hand, shooting a ki blast. This is where, in a last-ditch effort, he would grab the metal pole and smack her face with it. Her retrieving because of the ki blast and the hit from the metal pole on the face. She would not be heavily damaged, but she would be damaged. To where she would start to fly away. Flying away successfully. This is where the same thing would happen with the same portal. And Riaz would come out. This is where she would be like, this is bad, too. And this is where everything will happen the same. You say Goku and Issei share share the same room, but have different sets of beds. Just to let you know. This is where Goku and Issei would wake. First, Goku would wake up naked. This is kind of like an 18 only part. So where he would, no homo. If you guys hear me say a lot of sus things, it's because of the way I had to take this what if. Goku would wake up to the tattoos on his arms and to his 4-pack. He'd be like, yeah, what happened? So where he would see Riaz, not Akino's boobs, and so where he would see that he's naked, and that his fucking giant schmeat is out. Yeah, no homo, but his thing is giant, just for plot convenience. This is where, because of his male hormones, he would get an erection, poking Akino's stomach. Sorry guys, I thought I just heard someone yawning. I thought it was I thought it was a demon or something, because I'm talking about a what if where demons are alive. So let me continue. So this is where Akino will wake up, look down, and look up. She start to blush, and is where Goku would fall down out of bed. So would Issei, knowing they're both naked. This is where Goku and Issei would look at each other, not being phased at each other because they have seen each other naked before. This is sad for me to record. And so where they would both look at Issei and Riaz and be like, what the fuck? And so where they will both say it at the same time. How the fuck did you get into our house? Goku saying it in a more rash way. This is where Goku would have a boner, and Issei didn't. This is where this is where Akano would be like, I guess your male hormones are taking over you, she would say. And this is where Goku would quickly go to the let me find a picture where Goku is stripped out. So yeah, he would put on his school uniform and this jacket, him getting dressed, and so would Issei. So he would get dressed and he'd be like, him and Issei would get dressed and they'll be like, what the hell are you guys doing here? So where they was explain the demon devil thing, this is where Goku would get a fake glimpse of the two Zennies. So where he would hold his head and stop touching it. This is where he would hold his head and stop touching it. I'm sorry for sounding so probably low. Let me lower up my volume. And this is where he would be like, so devils, demons, all this, that, and the third, so now we're devils. Just great. So does this, us becoming devils, increase our powers or anything? Or power scales or anything? This is where Akano would cut in Farias and say, it increases your overall stats. And this is where she would start to explain that Goku, you have a sacred, you and Issei have both sacred gears. And your sacred gear is a thing that courses around your body. We don't know what it is, but it can change your hair color. And when it changes your hair color, you gain more power. Like, it changes the way your hair looks. But every time your hair changes, it gains more power. That's the only thing we know of this. And this is the first of its kind that we have seen. And this is where they would start to explain that Issei has the Red Dragon Emperor boosted gear, the most powerful of the Red Dragon Emperor gears. And this is where they would start to explain everything. This is where Goku would be kind of catching some love vibes from Akano. Like, he's starting to like Akano. And he's like he licks his lips from drooling. He's like, well, I guess that. This is where they would head to school. And when they would go to school, Goku would be seen walking with Akano, and he would kind of be walking close to her. And Issei would be seen walking close with Riaz. You really know the ship for Goku, Akano, and all that. So, I'm going to go on to say that, let's say they go into a training montage. Not a training montage, they meet everybody. Kiba, they meet everybody, just so you know. And they introduce themselves, they train, and Goku learns more about his power. He understands how to control his ki blasts just in that one day, because let's say he can learn very quickly. Issei learns a lot too. He learns a lot of more fighting styles from Goku. And that's where I'm going to leave it off for today's video. Tomorrow I'm going to bring it out at, let's say, probably 7 a.m. or p.m. Well, that's it for today's video. I'm out.